Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Coughlin field hockey. And right now, let's talk with the Wood family. We'll talk with the head coach first, Colleen Wood. Then we'll be joined by Brigid Wood, one of the players on this year's Coughlin Crusader team that's made it to the state playoffs. Well, Coach, it's been another successful year at Coughlin. Tell us about the formula. What continues to go right there for the Crusaders?
I guess just from playing with, the girls from beforehand, they're able to step it up and, just continue on.
And your daughter's one of those girls that continues to work with other girls, and it's not just during the season. It seems to be year-round. Tell us about the different places that, someone like your daughter travels to, or some of the other girls on the team.
Well, a lot of the girls, they play together, whether it's the Dome or Keystones or, just Summer League in general. A lot of them, don't do indoor, or they do it separately. But as long as they're playing, it just helps them to get better. So when we do get to play together, it's it's helpful.
Talk about the makeup on this year's team, whether you have some senior leadership or some good underclassmen. What's the breakdown on what you have on this year's team as far as, seniors through sophomores?
It's actually kind of a mix of both. We have, a handful of seniors and 2 juniors, and the rest are sophomores. We kind of were worried at the beginning, losing the 4 seniors that we did because they played a key role last year. But a lot of the younger kids really stepped up and filled in. And beginning of the season, we had to make some changes, and, it seems to be working.
A lot of close games for you this year, Coach. Tell us about how some of those close games may have actually helped you because, you got to the district final. You were able to really outshoot Delaware Valley and beat them handily. And then, of course, helped you in the first round of the state playoffs as well with some of that extra experience.
Right. This year had to be like a record high for the amount of overtime games. But I guess it kind of helped in conditioning. And when we went 2 overtimes with Hazleton, I think it really helped. A lot in that way.
Tell us about your daughter, Brigid. What type of player she is, and obviously your other daughter, Caitlin, went through the program. She's down at Westchester right now. What would you say the differences are between both daughters? Was one more of a scorer than the other? Or one have a little bit more stick skill? Is there a whole lot of difference?
Caitlin was more of an offensive threat, which we obviously. Definitely missed this year because we don't have really, somebody standing out, with scoring. Everybody's kind of the same. But Caitlin was more, a forward, was able to finish. And Brigid's, she's in the middle of the field. She creates a lot of the offense. So she's, dishing it into a lot of the girls and, more so getting more of the assists and the goals.
Well, it would take you through that first playoff game against Pleasant Valley in the opening round, and of course now you're going to move around to take on another team, which is Penn Manor. But take us through the Pleasant Valley game. Was it great from start to finish, or did your team have to warm up a little bit?
Yeah, we the first game we kind of came out a little slow. There was a little miscommunication on defense, and and they were going to let the ball, go out and, then had to play it at the end. And that's kind of when they came in and scored on us. But the girls really, stayed strong and, kept focused and got better as it went. And we were able to put 2 more in. So very helpful.
Now the next opponent is Penn Manor. And I remember meeting Matt Soto many years ago out at Mifflinburg when he was out that way and at a team. Actually, it might have been Middleburg he was at, but he ended up at Penn Manor now. And your daughter's pretty familiar with the coach there, Matt Soto.
Right. That's actually her futures coach and her indoor coach in the winters. So she actually knows a few of the girls from the team.
Well, tell us about the scouting report on Penn Manor. What type of team are you going to get on Saturday, and what do you expect, and how do you think your chances are against them?
Well, they're a very strong team, and they're they have a lot of girls that could score. one of their girls, I guess her stats, she has like 46 goals for the season. We have a very strong defense. We could only, do our best, as long as they don't, make any mistakes. I think it could be should be a very good game.
Well, I look forward to seeing how that game goes on Saturday. Of course, Wyoming Seminary and Crestwood alive this weekend. Well, Coach, I think we want to check in now with your daughter, Brigid Wood, here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, as we talk Coughlin field hockey. Hi, Brigid.
Hi.
Well, tell us about this year's Coughlin team. Your mom is your coach, which is always a tough thing, it seems, for a lot of players. But tell us about this year's team and losing some of the firepower that you had last year, including your sister, Caitlin. How's it going this year?
Well, losing the older girls was really hard on us this year, but I think as the season went on, we learned to gel together, and so far it's been working for us.
How about your play? Your mom has mentioned, that you're kind of a young lady who plays in the middle field, and you could go all over the place, and you help, some of the other players. A lot of assists. You're always constantly dishing the ball.
Yeah, I'm not really one to like to keep the ball a lot. I like to do the work in the middle and then send it up and let the forwards do their job and let them finish it.
Tell us about this year, because we talked with the coach about it. A lot of overtime games and that experience that you had this year. How did you feel for you? I'm sure it was kind of nerve-wracking going through some of the overtime games, but maybe some of those extra close games helped in the long run here.
The overtimes have been crazy this year. I think the rest of the team would agree that we're kind of sick of doing the overtime thing. After the one game, we didn't even cheer when we won. We just said, let's never get ourselves in this position ever again, because we're done with overtime.
We're talking with Brigid Wood here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Brigid, how about the difference between your sister and yourself and learning field hockey as the years have gone on? What did you take from your sister?
Well, my sister's taught me a lot throughout the years. She's really good at putting it in the net, where that's kind of my weakness. So it's been good to watch her throughout the years, and she's shown me a lot on how to score.
Well, you don't have many weaknesses. We know as a field hockey player, you're kind of a highly touted player, and you play with futures, and people know who you are and what you're about for your future. Your sister chose Westchester. How about for you? Do you have some thoughts down the road on where you may end up or what colleges you'd like to attend?
Yeah, I've been looking around, but I haven't really found one in particular yet. I'm still just trying to find the right one.
How about the matchup on Saturday against Penn Manor? The coach is Matt Soto. You're very familiar with him. In the winter, you get to see him a lot and some of the girls on the team. What can you tell us about their coach?
Yeah, they're my indoor team, so it's exciting to get to see all the girls again. Coach Soto has coached me over the summer at the National Club Championships, where our team came in second. So he's a great coach, and it'll be exciting to see all of them again.
How challenging is it for you to, and what kind of role, what's the relationship like with your mother as the coach, and, to try to differentiate, the difference between both when you're out there and you're playing field hockey for the Coughlin Crusaders?
It's hard having your mom as your coach. You don't really get credit for a lot of things, but it's good because it makes you work harder.
We're talking with Brigid Wood here on the John Mendola Show, and we're talking about the field hockey team for the Coughlin Crusaders. And that win against Pleasant Valley had to feel pretty good. This Penn Manor team should probably be just a little bit better, correct?
Yeah, as the games go on, they usually tend to get better, and I know that Penn Manor is a great team, so it should be a good game.
Well, we know you have a bright future ahead of you, Brigid. A great year so far. We wish you and your mom the best of luck for the Lady Crusaders this weekend. Thanks for taking some time out and joining us here on the John Mendola Show.
Thank you.